We've all heard the phrase, why would you do that? It could be directed at us or somebody near us, but either way, the answer is it may be part of your personality, why you did that. Part of that might be baked into who you are. So, what does that mean? It means that with, our timer, that we are going to look at the big five. Not the big five food groups today, folks, but Damaris, Nicole, and Abdul and I will be talking about the big five personality traits. Stay with us. Sounding like the description of a golden retriever, the 2018 second edition of The Psychology of Humor defines extroversion as a general tendency to display positive emotions. That's further substantiated in a Very Well Mind article last year by Kendra Cherry. She states that there are 5 basic characteristics to this one big 5 personality trait. Those are that extroverts like to talk, that extroverts typically are approachable, that extroverts are open, that extroverts are social people, and that they like to help define and solve problems of which they're willing to openly discuss. Gigi Engel, in her Elite Daily article, states that there are 13 positive characteristics about neuroticism. Now, some might say that you can display the good side or the bad side, but let's talk about the positives. Positives are, hey, I've got to do a speech and I can do it without taking a shower because I just had a root canal and it was painful. But because I'm acutely aware that they say part of the positives are I have a little more energy, I'm a little more productive, and I wear my feelings on my sleeve, it's okay to come out here and do it with my hair standing on end. I'm a dreamer, it says, and I create other worlds. So this little Christmassy world about neuroticism is a good one. It says I'll lose some weight because I'm overly nervous and have anxiousness. And it says I don't do stupid stuff. So that tells me that it's not stupid to come and do this part of the speech about neuroses. I always assume the worst, so if I'm assuming the worst and this speech comes out okay, then I guess I did okay. And I know myself really well. So for me, the neurotic part, or the neurosism, as we're looking at it, is defined, is the ability to be able to use that characteristic for advantages and not just assume it's a disadvantage.
One of the 5 characteristic traits is conscientiousness. In an article written by Isa Castle in 2016, she said some of the signs of someone who possesses the trait of conscientiousness is someone who is self-disciplined, likes to get their work done, and is usually pretty successful. This trait of conscientiousness is a very beneficial one to possess. A good situation where this trait of conscientiousness has helped me is whenever I'm in school. In school, in a college class, you have to be disciplined to get all your work done and to be successful. Being a person that possesses the trait of conscientiousness really has no negative sides, only ups.
Hi, my name is Damaris and I will be explaining the next 2 personality traits, agreeableness and openness. Agreeableness is a personality trait that indicates the level of friendliness and trustworthiness. People with high levels of agreeableness enjoy helping, are more cooperative and trusting. People with low levels of agreeableness tend to show selfish behavior. They are less careful, can be competitive, and manipulative at times. According to a Healthline.com article on the Big 5, stated, in some situations, you might be a little too trusting or willing to compromise. Try to balance your knack for pleasing others with self-advocacy. So an application of your own traits. If this is you, you need some balance. In other words, don't lose yourself in the process. Now, openness. Openness indicates how open-minded someone is. A person that has a high level of openness enjoys new things, they are creative, adventurous, and just eager to learn. And a person with low level of openness will not like change, are not open to new things, are more traditional and set in their ways. Now that we have a better understanding on the Big Five personality traits, I'll let Nicole conclude this presentation. Thank you.
I'm Nicole Lopez, and today I will be speaking about the application of the 5 big personality traits. Today we have covered the 5 big personality traits being openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Now, what can we learn from those 5 personality traits? How to apply these traits. Some of the pros for applying these traits in our day-to-day lives includes that understanding ourselves and others can reduce uncertainty in interpreting during our communication skills. It also helps facilitate further communication through this sense of ease. Now, when it comes to cons in reference to these big 5 personality traits, not all perceptions on first impressions are always correct. For instance, some people get a bad impression and they use that as a future judgment. Another con can be that according to psychology consultant Kendra Cherry, people fall within the spectrum of these personality traits as opposed to one singular trait. In conclusion, we've covered the 5 traits today, how they are defined and how they are different, how they affect and determine perception in our communication, and overall, we are always interpreting each other to perceive ourselves. As Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu once wrote, "He who knows others is wise, he who knows himself is enlightened." Thank you.